You got a little view of my ceiling up there. I couldn't change it until I went live. Oops. Well, what we're doing this morning is a video hop. Yeah, 4th Art Saturday video hop. Now I can't put the links in the description box below until after 5:30 because that's when all the videos are going live. If I put them in there now, you would just get dead links for everybody. You would not be happy. But I can tell you who's going to be in the hop. We've got 9 people hopping with us today, which I think is a very nice sized hop. Starts out with Tanya McGuire. Tanya always does nice pages. I always enjoy watching her pages. APG Jamie, Designs by CADPRO Tim, Artfully Blind with Diana, Discovering the Art of Living is a new member to our group. Her name is Sue. I'm excited to see what she's going to be doing. Ayala, I Love to Paint, Bootsie Sweettarts, Roy Schmitt, and Janet Nash. So this is going to be a fun hop to watch. Now let me get over to my YouTube channel and see if anybody's in here. Oops, wrong video. Go back. Go to your channel. And videos. Where's my live stream? There I am. Okay. Oh, Teresa's here. Good morning, Teresa. Up and at 'em already this morning, aren't you? So our theme is summertime. Summertime, summertime. And we've been doing a summertime art journal with Aunt Beck's Creations. And she does a July and August. We're ready for the 5th week. We're doing them about 5x7 size. I used product tags from double-sided tape that I get at the Dollar Tree. It's just about 5x7. So my pages here are the 4th of July, summertime, a perfect summer day, porch sitting, and I got some fireflies down here, which kind of looks like my thumbnail that I put up. In fact, that's where I got the thumbnail. And then this one we did last week, and it was supposed to do a page based on what you did that week, and I crocheted an Afghan. And this is me, not an Afghan, a shawl. Well, I'm crocheting. I haven't done it yet. I'm working on row 20, I believe. So, but this is a little miniature one that I did. And here's my scissors. We cut a stencil. And here's me mowing the lawn. And then I got 5 little things of summer. Art journaling, crocheting, lemonade, reading books, flip-flops, and a twisty cone. So we are ready for another page, but I am going to include a page from the 4th Art Saturday because it's a part of my summer. Yes, it is. And I am going to do a page themed off of summer memories. Doesn't look like anybody else is awake, Teresa. It's just you and me this morning in chat, but that's okay. That's okay. So, summer memories. Let me go to my mail again. And I made a list of memories that I have of summer growing up and mostly dwelling on my childhood, but I get some into my adult years too. But think back. What are your summer memories? One I have is the local swimming pool when one of my childhood friends and I would go swimming, and we'd have underground tea parties. We'd go underwater and we'd be facing each other, and we'd give each other a cup and we'd pour our tea and we'd drink it. And by that time we were ready to go up again and get some air. So underwater tea parties. Swimming in the river. My dad used to, when I was a child, he wouldn't take us to the swimming pool. He took us down to the Little Blue River. Of course, then it was a little bit safer, a little bit cleaner, I think you could say. And we'd go swimming in the river. And I can remember one time when our whole family went, and we did have a campfire out. We did, my mom baked potatoes in the campfire, and she had them wrapped up in aluminum foil, and she dropped one of those potatoes on her leg and burnt it really bad, and we had to go home. Just a memory I have. But we did have a campfire then. I don't know if she was cleaning up the camp. I remember eating. I remember our time there. We went swimming, but I don't know if she was cleaning up. I don't know how that happened, but I know we went home earlier than we expected because my mom burned her leg with a hot potato. Ouch! Riding our bicycles when I was about 12 or 13 in the summertime. We'd go outside and ride our bicycles until sundown. And we'd ride around and around the house. We'd go up and down the driveway. We'd go in figure eights. We'd go, we lived in a country house. And, we could just go all over the place. And we'd gas up our bikes. We had a special little patio out on the back where there was a window back there, and we played gas station, and we'd ride our bike up there, and we'd pretend we were filling it up, and then we'd take off and pedal again. So riding our bike, pretty soon Mom would call us in and say, "Come on in, sun's going down, it's getting dark." Of course, fireflies. Fireflies are a special summer memory, catching those fireflies and putting them in a jar, putting a little bit of grass in there, and, then when it got dark, turning off all the lights and watching the little fireflies light up. When I was older, we rogued Milo. Do you guys remember that? If you were in a rural area, we'd go out with our big knives and cut down all the weeds. We'd go up and down the rows, and we'd get paid for that. Now they have special weed killer, I guess, that they put in there, and the Milo fields, and we'd work in the soybean fields too, pulling weeds. I don't think we really cut them. We pulled weeds. Some of those weeds got pretty big though, and we got paid for doing that. And that's how we earned money over the summer for our school clothes when the fall came. Now, what I noticed when we went grocery shopping the other day and we were driving home, the fields look so pretty. I said, "There's not a weed in them." And my brother said they use a special weed killer for them. Climbing windmill and trees. I was a tom girl. I'd climb that windmill, scare my mother to death. I have a picture of my brother and I on the first rung of the windmill that my mother took. And I made up a little poem for it. I don't have that with me. It's here someplace, but I don't have it out. But I wrote a little poem to match that picture about how my mom conquered her fear by taking a picture of my brother and I on the first rung of that windmill. We would go up, we'd climb up the ladder, and then we'd feel our way around, and then we'd climb up one more. I think I only went to the top once. I never really made it to the top. I was too chicken. Then, of course, carrying buckets of water. My mom, we would carry in buckets of water for her to do the washing, and we'd carry buckets of water to the garden. And then one summer, my little friend and I made a yarn doll, and it had two heads on each side, and it was reversible, and then the dress would come down on one side. Here would be the head, and then the little dress would come down, and then you'd flip it over, and there would be another head, and it was a flip-flop yarn doll. It was really two yarn dolls in one. We'd always go to the library in the summer when we were kids. My mom was big on taking us to we didn't have television until I was about in the 8th or 9th grade. But my mom took us to the library, and I remember I've told this story before about one time I was sitting out in the car when my mom was shopping for groceries in this small town. And I was sitting out in the car waiting for her, and I had the window rolled up, I guess, because there was a lady knocking on the window. And she scared me. And finally I wrote it down just a little, and she said, "Don't you want to come over and join our reading group?" And I said, "Well, I'd have to ask my mom." "And where's your mom?" "Well, she's in the store." And she went in the store and asked my mom if I could come over and join the reading group over at the library across the street. And yeah, I got permission, so I went over there and attended their reading group. But my mom would take us to the library a lot. Summer jobs for school clothes was mostly working in the Milo fields. Then I remember my mother's flowers. My mother loved flowers, especially double-headed petunias. She loved double petunias. But she had all sorts of flowers, and where we lived at that time, we had better dirt, I think, than I have around here. But I remember every summer my mother would go shopping for flowers. That was more of a spring thing, but she'd grow all those flowers. Going to the movies. I'm just going down my list here, telling you some of my memories. Going to the movies. When I was younger, on Saturday night, the small towns around would have what they called town night on Saturday night, and it was a big deal. They'd have a movie, and people would come in, farmers would come in and do all their business on Saturday night. The street lights would all be lit up, and I can remember going to Ben-Hur, and I remember Ben-Hur and The Greatest Story Ever Told, going to those movies. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, those kind of childhood memories. And then, of course, there's the county fair. Who doesn't remember the county fair? And the county fair still goes on. In fact, July and August, there's a lot of, especially here in July, toward the end of July, there's a lot of county fairs going on. And they're big here in the Midwest. Mostly 4-H now, and since the COVID thing, they kind of, last year they didn't have much, but I was reading the paper, and they're more, the kids come out and show their animals, and county fairs were a bigger thing when I was a young child, but they would have a midway, and we'd go up and down the midway. Art lessons in Mrs. Wilkins' basement. I always wanted to take art lessons. And finally, between my junior and senior year of high school, that summer, Mrs. Wilkins had art lessons. And actually, she's still in Wisconsin, but I have an antique dress form. And I called that antique dress form Mrs. Wilkins. And then after, here, when I've been older, I would always go out urban sketching in the summer. I even I didn't call it urban sketching then, or even plein air. I'd get in the car and go around. I've got some old sketchbooks of things I did where my mom didn't like the idea of me getting in the car and driving off by myself and sitting by the side of the road and sketching, so she would go with me. And she'd work her crossword puzzles, and I would sketch. Picnics. I remember summer picnics. Not our family so much, but big thing at the end of school. They would have a picnic at the end of school. And when I was in college, a lot of my friends would get together over the summer and have picnics. Trips to go buy school supplies and clothes. Toward the end of August, school started after Labor Day when I was younger. And toward the end of August, we would go into town and buy, what do we get? Either a tablet or a ream of paper, a box of pencils, a box of Crayolas, and if we were lucky, a set of watercolors and some construction paper. And then we would buy clothes for the upcoming year. Just about done here. 5 and 10 cent ice creams at Herschel Goins' garage. In a small town, we didn't have a Dairy Queen. But when my mom went to buy gas, my brother and I always were with her when we were younger. And at that time, it was a service station, and the attendant would come out, who was the local owner, and he'd always come out with ice cream cones for us. Wearing shorts and flip-flops, summer memory. Vacation Bible School, June Vacation Bible School, and we'd take our lunches, and I'd associate minced ham sandwiches, Fritos, and Kool-Aid, and maybe a brownie or an apple with my Bible school lunches. Playing in the barn loft. We lived in a rented house, but the farmer rented the pasture, and he stored hay up in the barn loft, and we would, as kids, we'd go out there and climb up in that barnyard, and we had that barn loft, and we had a stamp club, which consisted of my sister, my younger brother, and myself. That was our stamp club. So those are my summertime memories that I could think of in preparation for this list. Let's say hello to people coming in. I'm only going to be on until about 5:15. I have to jump off because the videos are going to come live, and I need to be able to get to those, be off by the time the videos come live. So let's see who's in here. Teresa. Hi, Lori. Lori loves Montana. Good morning, Lori. Hi, Mina. Good morning. Have you been to bed, Mina? We were up late last night doing art. I did a Society of Idea Collector page, a front porch. Oh, front porch sitting. I could put that for a summer memory for now. And planting flowers, getting the garden ready. Those are more memories. Working in the garden, pulling weeds. Lori says, good morning. Nina says, hi, Lori, morning glory. Morning glory, Lori. That is true. She's an early bird. Teresa's here. Lori says, we have the state fair here. Starts at this weekend. Yeah, 4-H. Yeah, our state fair is usually held like the second week in August, I believe now. And they moved it from the state capitol to Grand Island, which is where I go to shop for Hobby Lobby. So they moved it west. Grand Island is probably about a little over 100 miles west of Lincoln, which is our state capital. Saddle shoes for new school year, Mina says. Mandatory per school. Yeah, those saddle shoes. I think I had some of those. And tennis shoes. We'd wear tennis shoes. And we could not wear, when we went to school, of course this mattered more in the winter time, the girls had to wear skirts or dresses. We could not wear slacks unless we wore them under our dresses. And that was just a small public school. Hi, Nancy Widner. Good morning. Mina hasn't been to bed yet. Mina, I don't know if you follow the Victoria magazine, but their writer in residence is Jan Karen. And in fact, I have the Mary Jane magazine with me. Their writer in residence is Jan Karen, and they took her school and made a little local school. Her grade school was closed now, and they're making a museum dedicated to Jan Karen. Art, kind of like an art gallery, I guess, a gallery, museum. I'm not sure what. It's all written up in the Victoria magazine. Very interesting. Jan Karen wrote the Mitford series, which I my Phibbsville stories I didn't really know about Jan Karen until I started talking about Phibbsville. And then Mina, of course, introduced me to the Mitford series, which is a fictional town by the author Jan Karen. And of course, she writes several books based off of that. Lori said, I watched last night, but I fell asleep, too tired to stay up. That's okay. I perfectly understand. Nancy Widner's here. Teresa said she hasn't been to bed yet. I did go to bed, but I tell you, I slept off and on because I was afraid I wasn't going to wake up in time for my live stream. I didn't want to miss my live stream, so I would say I only half slept. I didn't sleep that well. Let's paint the background of these a nice sunny color. And you know what? I'm only going to paint one of these because I'm going to paint the other side of that page. So I'm just going to paint this a sunny color. And all those things I talked about, I'm going to make them into a list. And I'm going to make a list on here. And then I'm just going to do a summer memories page here. Now, I don't know what Becky has planned for next week, except she talked about making a pocket. I don't know what the theme is going to be. But I figured this would be a nice time to put. I thought I kept that page out. Evidently, I didn't. So this is the last page, and it goes like that. So I flip it up. It's going to be a top-bound journal, so I need to put, and I'm just doing a nice sunny color here. And I'm only going to be on for about 15 more minutes. So this is going to be a pretty simple page. I don't know, maybe I'll just get it started. And I tell especially the live stream group, that if you can't get your project done in a half an hour, don't worry about it, because we get to see what you're doing and the whole thing. I think I'll leave it, just kind of see the circle of this here, but that's okay. Let me give this a dry. Hi, Julie Topaz, Pearl Girl. Good morning, good morning. Nancy Widner is here. Good morning, Nancy. Diamond Jubilee, Lori says. Topaz, Pearl Girl, Diamond Jubilee. Heat gun alert. This needs to be dry enough to work on. I was thinking I'd just make a list. Or maybe I'll cut a stencil. Not sure what I'm going to do here. Maybe I'll cut a quick little stencil. maybe I'll punch a stencil. I have this little flower punch. That might be fun. Just let's see what I have. I had them all out yesterday. Oh, I see my circle punch fell. Well, here's my, we could do the dragonfly too, and the butterfly. This is all summer memory. Punching them would be quicker. And stenciling a background on it. So let's do it out of a piece of, let's do it out of this piece of black. This is kind of a torn tag. I don't know if my punches will punch this though. I might have, no, it's not gonna punch on that. Look, I started to paint on this and it's dripping. Oops. Well, hold the phone here. Let me swish that paint before it drips all away. Alrighty. I gotta get a piece of scratch paper that's strong enough to hold the paint. Let me turn around. So summer is, when you're younger, is a time off, isn't it? You're out of school. I don't know, this is strong, but I don't know if my punches will punch this. No, it has to be hard weight. Stop. Punch that black pretty good. Let me get a sheet of black out. Maybe. What is this? Yeah. And I'll just cut some squares. Of course, I reached for the wrong scissors. Let's just cut some. Let's see how this punches. Not having good luck with my punching this morning. There we go. Now I'm not going to use the floral part. I'm going to use the stencil. And I'm going to cut the flower, the butterfly. And this is just going to be a background page, a very simple background page for my summertime list, summer memories list. The dragonfly, and then we got a leaf here. Summer memories. What are your memories of summer? I really remember the county fair, but that might be a theme on, another theme on the pages that, all right. I'll save that out for possible another time. I think I'll use blue, a dark blue, midnight blue. That'll work. And hope it doesn't turn green. If it turns green, I'll have to go to black. And What time is it? It's 5 o'clock. I got 15 minutes to do this. But it's going to be a simple page. It's not going to be a complicated page. I might doodle on it afterwards or something. I'm going to put a list of all my memories on this page. Now, you won't see me write these out. I'll just do the background. I'll write them out. So I'm just going to do different stencil techniques here. Some wax paper I had out from last night. And the sponge. The sponge is, this is a new sponge, so I'm good with that. Let's put my punches up there. And we're just going to do simple, let's try the leaf, because if it turns green, I'll be okay with it. Let's try the leaf. Put it up here. And paint's not too, oh yeah. So just all across here, I'm going to stencil the background, just kind of make a simple page, a fun page, a happy page. It's a happy page because now I have a lot of negative memories too, but don't bring those up. You know, if you're remembering stuff, leave the past in the past as far as the negative stuff goes. And I had to grow up a little. There's always the growing up stuff. Let's see, I think that's enough leaves on that page because I want to put other things on there. But leave the hard stuff behind if you can. Don't bring it into the usually by the time you get my age, the hard stuff really doesn't matter anymore. People are who you conflicted with and everything, they're long gone. They're long gone. I imagine my childhood teacher, well, I know she's passed away. My childhood teacher, she taught all 4 of us kids. There were 4 kids in my family. Stencil's getting wet, getting a little smeary. Let's do the dragonfly. Just little happiness, happy summer memories. Uh-oh. Are we still going? I guess we are. My chat session had a problem. It said retry and I did and it came back. So I got a few minutes to do this. You don't have to do, when you're doing art, you don't necessarily have to do something that's earth-shaking. You can just cut a stencil and have fun with a little punched out stencil. I happen to have these out because we were using them, I think on Becky's page, was I using them? Oh, I used them last night when I did the Society of Idea Collector page. Okay, let's do the flower. Maybe put them a little closer together. flowers. Well, we'll leave that space open for the butterfly. We still have a butterfly to do. And I ran across Lori's Blaze. I need to send that off. And I ran across Janet and Cheryl's envelopes that I want to send to them. I need to get mailing done. I'm working on a project for Arlene. And I'm working on postcards. I started the second batch of postcards. I did a batch, and there's some of them in there that I'm not going to send because I don't like how the face turned out. Alright, that's enough there. One more, and that'll be the butterfly. I'll put a couple butterflies on here. I need to watch my time. My clock says it's 6 after, so I got a few minutes left here. Summer memories. I can't wait to see what everybody in the group does in the video hop. I thought they did a bang-up job last month. Now, I do have a playlist of the fourth art. I have several playlists. Every month I'll do another playlist. So if you ever want to go back and watch a fourth Saturday video hop, they're out there in my playlists. And I will have a playlist of this. It's all created, but there's nothing in it yet because the videos haven't gone yet. Let's put a butterfly here, and let's one flying off the page here. I think that's good. Now let's take and edge my page with blue here. And then I'm going to make a list. All those things I talked about, I'm going to list them out on a piece of paper or two. I don't know if I'll do a sketch. I might do a sketch. But this is going to be my summer memories page. And this will go into my summertime art journal because, well, it fits. It fits. And I think I might have had the prompts. I did all of the prompts. I might have had all the prompts done before Becky decided to do her summertime theme. I can't remember. I don't even know if I paid attention to the order of them. Oh, I'm liking that. I'm liking that a lot. So, let's throw that away. And I've got a few minutes here. I think, let's get out my black fine liner. Or I could even do it in red. I'm going to write summer memories. Let's try it, the red, and see if I can get that done, and then I'll be done. And I think I'll do it. Now my page will flip. I got some yellow there. That's okay, though. My page will flip up. Let's see. So this will be the top. How will that go? It'll flip up. I need to make sure I got this right. It won't hurt if I have to. Alright, you're looking at it this way. You turn the page. So that's the top and this is the bottom. Alright, I have it right. So I don't know if I just want to do it across this way. It won't make sense because it'll look like, well, summer memories. Yeah, it will. Alright. Get it done, Mary. And I'm just going to do it in my own handwriting. I don't know. I might have to go over this with outline it in black or white or something. Uh-oh, I'm losing some room here. Summer. My own handwriting for sure. I'll have to do something to make that stand out a little bit more. Probably white around it. M E M O R I E. Kind of wonky writing here, but that's okay. That's kind of what I want. Now that has to dry. That has to dry. Where's my cat? And I'll outline it in white to make those letters stand out a little bit more, but I can't do it while it's wet. Or I will smear it. So what I'm going to do on this page is list out all those memories. There's about 15 or 20 of them. Maybe I'll have 2 lists. And then I'll just attach it. Very simple page. I'll finish this maybe in my stream tomorrow night. So I hope you enjoy the hop. Say good morning to everybody and tell you to have a really good weekend. Enjoy the video hop. The links will be in my description box, and my video will be in a playlist just right after 5:30. So the videos will all go live. You might see a live video before I get my links in, but I'll try to get it right in there because I have it all ready to go. I just have to pop it in. So have a great day, everybody. Don't forget, tonight, Beth Schuler comes on. I think she comes on around 7 Eastern, 6 Central. Tomorrow afternoon is Sunday afternoon. Tanya will be on around, well, she said she'd be a little late because she's going to a library sale. There's a summer memory for you, a library sale. So she usually comes on around 1 o'clock, but I remember her saying last week that she might be a little late because she's going to a library sale. I love library sales. And she usually comes on at 1, and then I'll come on at 6 o'clock Sunday evening. Have a great weekend, everybody. Lay back, relax, take some time for yourself if you, hopefully you can. Whatever you do, be safe and be happy and have a really good weekend. Bye, everybody.